Today we're going to do a hand knitting tutorial for the triangle bag using chunky yarn. I got my yarn off of Amazon. You can check my Amazon storefront. This is sewing with T.A.E, and let's jump right into our project. I have 3 skeins of yarn that I got off of Amazon. I didn't actually end up using all 3 of these. These are 0.625 of a pound, so maybe like 1.5 is what you need to make this bag, depending on what size you want to do, but I brought these just in case. We are going to open up our yarn. We're going to grab our scissors because the first thing we must do is we have to cut out some of the fluff. So you're just going to give that fluff like a little pull, and you're going to pull the casing back. Once you get the casing down, you want to pull out like a good chunk of it. We just need to tie this off so you don't have fluff everywhere, because believe me, it will get everywhere. So pull it back, pull it down, and then we're going to cut right there. And then you're going to pull your casing back up, and then you're just going to tie it into a knot to close it in. All right, we have our knot. So now we're going to make our slip knot by making this hump. We're going to twist it, make sure the tail is on top, flip it over towards the working yarn, and you're going to go down into the working yarn, pull the working yarn through that loop. You're going to grab the tail and the working yarn and pull your knot tight. So there's our slip knot. We have our tail, our loop, and our working yarn. So you put the palm of your wrist onto the tail, index finger and thumb inside the loop. 2 fingers will grab the working yarn, pull it up, twist it, and lay it flat like this. So you're going to do that again. Pull the yarn up towards you and then down flat. So that makes 2 loops right there. So we're going to do 3. There is number 4. Make sure that you're laying it down each time so it doesn't get twisted. 5, down, up, twist flat. 6, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now we are going to start our chain. So you see we have our loop there, that's where it's coming out of. So now we need to insert the loop from the bottom towards the top, so always pulling the yarn towards you. And we're going to keep doing this until we get to our tail where we started. So I'm going to untwist it so I can easily pull my yarn through. So push the yarn from the bottom towards the top towards you, or you can go down into that space right there where my thumb is, and you want to pull that yarn up. You want to keep these about 2 fingers wide, so your loop should be about 2 fingers wide. So again, push from the bottom towards the top, pulling up towards you. Never push down towards the table, because you will mix your knit stitches and your purl stitches. So we have our loops here like this, and now we are going to make our next row of stitching. And to do that, I like to pull my yarn in the direction that I'm going. So my yarn is now going to go that way. So now I'm just going to reach down into each loop, pull the working yarn up towards me. So there we go. Down in the loop, up towards me. Down in the loop, up towards me. This is the same way that we knit blankets. So basically we're just knitting a small rectangle or a big rectangle, whatever size you want your bag to be. So we're literally just going to go back and forth the same way we do when we are knitting a blanket. So we get to the end like so, and now we're just going to pull our yarn back the opposite direction, and now we're going to knit going that way. Start with that first loop, 2 fingers inside the loop, and you're going to pull the yarn up towards you, and you just keep going like this back and forth until you get to the length that you want your rectangle to be. I did not give a specific amount of rows that you needed to do for this. I just kind of used the yarn that I had, so I ended up using one entire 0.625 ball of yarn for like the width of the bag, and I ended up adding another one. So in total I used about 1.5. In my opinion, I feel like you can make this as long as you want. The wider it is, the longer it is, the bigger your bag is. So I'm gonna fast forward this part until we get to the section where we need to add another yarn. So here is 1 skein of yarn. So now we are going to add on another yarn. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you already know how to do this. We are going to cut the fluff out of the end of the yarn that's connected to the bag and out of the yarn that's on the new ball of yarn. We're going to tie them together in a knot. and trim the tails, and then we're going to keep knitting as normal. So I am going to keep going until I feel like I have a good width for the size bag that I want to make. I did not count how many rows I did. I'm terrible at that. But it looks like it's about the width of my green map, which is 24 inches. So now we are going to cast off on this end. So we're going to knit one, and then we're going to knit the second one. As always, the first loop goes over the second one. And you always need 2 loops, so we're going to knit one more. First one over the second one. And then we're going to knit one more. First one over the second one. Knit one more, and the first one over the second one, and this is the last one. We're gonna knit one more, first one over the last one, and then I'm going to cut off some of my yarn here. I might use this tail to make my strap or to finish the inside, so I made it kind of long. That last tail goes through that last loop, and you're gonna pull it all the way through and then pull it snugly. Now we're going to move on to the next part of the bag. All right, that was easy. This is the hard part. You have to take one corner and you want to fold it so that the edge is level with the top edge. One edge goes up, the other corner goes down. So you're going to fold that corner down till it's level with the bottom edge. It looks kind of like a parallelogram. Take one corner and fold it so that the bottom edge is matching the straight edge in the middle. So you see how that lines up there? Then you want to turn your bag. And now you want to make sure your points are even. You see how mine is a little uneven, one side's higher than the other. So I'm just going to slightly adjust this. There you go. Move this side up a little bit so that my points are even. If you need to reduce how much you fold over, just want to make sure your points are level. I've done it a few times and my tail has ended at different places. On this one, the tail is at the top, so I'm going to use that to make my strap. So I'm going to get a piece of scrap yarn. I'm going to pull out the fluff as always, pull it out, and then I'm going to cut off some of it. I'm going to pull my casing back up. I'm going to use this yarn to sew together those edges. So I'm going to take my yarn, I'm going to pull it together now that I know that my points are level. I'm going to tie a knot around here. Try to make it a double knot if you can. If there's a tail poking out, you see how that tail is there. Try to include it so that they're all tied and secured together. Okay, once it is secured, then we're going to cut off some of this yarn and we're going to use the end to stitch back and forth through this edge to stitch it together. Now this is where I might need a little bit of assistance because my stitches was looking kind of weird, so I need to get some practice on stitching these together so that the stitches look consistent. But we're gonna go all the way through till we get down to that bottom corner. Once I get to the bottom corner, once again I'm going to cut it, and then I'm going to pull out the fluff so that I will have an empty casing and I can tie it around one of the loops here to finish off this side. Now you have to do the same thing to the other side. So once you get this piece secured, we're going to flip the bag over and do the same thing on the other side. So I just flipped my bag right there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my yarn, I'm going to cut the fluff, and then I'm going to stitch together these two edges. All right, we are tying the yarn onto the edges just like we did on the last one. Sorry, this one's a little sped up. We're going to knit left and right, pulling together those two edges of the bag all the way down to the corner. We're going to tie it into a knot, split it, pull out the fluff as always. We're going to cut it off, and then we are going to hide our casing. So we're going to tie that casing around one of our loops here, and then we're going to tuck it into one of the stitches so that it's not like hanging free or loose in the bottom corner of your bag. We're going to flip our bag inside out. So I'm just going to push down on the corners and flip it inside out and then straighten it back up. Whenever we are hand knitting bags, we're always knitting them inside out. So now our bag is straight and we're going to start our strap. The way this project ended, my yarn ended up being at the top. If it's not there, if it's at like the bottom, you will have to just add your yarn in. So you're going to take your yarn and you're going to push it out to make a loop, just like this. Now you're going to push your working yarn through the loop to make new loops to form your strap. Your strap can be as long as you want it to be, so test it out if you want to do 10 loops or 15 loops or only 4 loops to make it small. Once you get to the length that you want, you're going to make a little bit longer of a loop, and you're going to just insert that loop through the top edge on the other side, making sure the loop goes inside the bag. Once the loop is inside the bag, you take your tail, pull it through that last loop so it kind of makes a knot around the bag, attaching the other side of your strap. And it looks kind of like this. Once that is done, you're going to cut your working yarn, pull out the fluff as always, cut the fluff off, and then you will take that empty casing and tie it around one of the straps on one of the loops on the side of the bag to secure your strap. You want it to be tight because you don't want your strap pulling out while you're using it. Once you have it in there double knotted, triple knotted, you can just tuck that tail in so that it's not visible, and there is your bag. I've made this in a few different sizes, so you can try this out in multiple sizes. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please leave me a comment to let me know how it went, and I hope to see y'all on the next one.